Hi everybody, I'm going to be showing you a few examples of how you can use Webspiration Beta. Webspiration Beta is an online version of the Inspiration software. What you see on my screen right now is on the left the website Webspiration, and on the right I have an inspiration document open that I'm going to use to speed up showing you how to create an example. Now I've already signed in and registered, so I'm going to click the link that says Launch Webspiration. Anytime you click Launch Webspiration, this box is going to appear. If you're already working in the program and you choose to open a new document, when you click New, this box will also appear. You have four choices: Diagram, Outline, Starter Docs, and Open. Open will allow you to open any document that you've already worked on, and Webspiration has a nice function of automatically saving everything for you. So just to show you real fast before we begin how to create a new document, I just clicked Starter Docs, and in Starter Docs there are a list of different templates already created for you, and the blanks in the boxes in them are blank. So it's something that you can use as a starting point to creating your own flowchart, or you could print them out and have your class fill them in, or you could have your class work online and enter in information. And below Starter Docs to the right here you'll see examples. Now most of those templates have examples that are already completed, but not all of them do. With the examples, like I said, it's in an already completed flowchart. So that's something that, for example, with this, if you were having your class plan an essay, you could give them the template with the blank boxes for them to fill in, or they could do it online so that if they needed to add more boxes or take away boxes, they could. And you could print out this example or offer it to them online so that they could get an idea of what they should be doing. Now anytime you open a template or an example, you'll see to the right this comment box. You can add your own comments or just leave the comments they have on there, and those comments tell you generally how you can share the document, what you should use it for. It's just like little tips to help you out. So Webspiration does a really good job of giving you a starting point if you don't already know what you should be doing. And if you have the Inspiration software like I have, it does the same thing. There's templates and examples available to you there too. Now I'm going to show you how you can create either a diagram or a outline depending on the information that you are trying to convey. Now if I click on this icon here, the new, again that launch pad comes up that allows me to choose if I want to start in diagram or outline first. It doesn't really matter what you choose. Once you go into the document, you can switch from view to view very quickly. So I have this document open to the right here on Inspiration. That's something I created in my business organizations class about what was required for a company to have in its name. There's certain requirements, like if you are a limited liability company, the name of your company has to have that included. So I have it open just so I can copy and paste, so you're not waiting for me to type. Now I have to say first, if I copy all the data in one fell swoop from Inspiration or Word or whatever I was working from, and I try to paste it into Webspiration, it's not going to work. You'll get it in there, but it's all going to show up in one box, and that's no good, because the whole point is to have subtopics. Because the benefit of having subtopics is that you are able to view what you want and hide what you want. For example, if I click any of these arrows, I can hide all of that. I could hide specific topics, and you can do that in the Webspiration version too. So you'll always start off with your main idea, and if I just copy and paste these one by one, I don't have to do I don't have to retype everything. So my main idea box is there. If I want to create a subtopic, I can use these icons here and click topic, and like I said, I'm just copying and pasting for sake of time. And if I want a subtopic, there's a subtopic icon, but if I hit the wrong one, say for example I hit topic again, I can just use these right and left arrow keys to get it to where I want it to be. Now if you go all the way to the left, it's going to be another main idea, so it's like making separate flowcharts in the same document. Anytime you have a new main idea, you have a new starting point for your diagram. So here I have my topic, my subtopic. Now when I click topic again, it's automatically going to go right below that, so I'm going to have to do the left key. The left icon. Now there are shortcuts that work in Inspiration and Webspiration on creating topics and subtopics. Some of them work in Webspiration and some of them don't. So for example, if I hit Control K, I can create a subtopic without actually hitting the subtopic button. If I hit Control G, it's going to create one right below it. But there's a lot of different shortcuts like that I use in Webspiration, and I've tried them on Inspiration, and some of them work and some of them don't. If you're just learning, just use the icons. No way is really that faster than the other. They're both pretty short. So I have my information into my flowchart. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm going to stop right here. So this is my diagram. So if I just wanted to look at partnerships and not sole proprietorships, I could just click that arrow and that information will hide. I could click the whole thing and all of it would hide. I can use the functions down here to change the font I'm using. Let me make this bigger so we can see all of it. I could change the color of the font. So I could change my main topic headings to be pink or whatever I wanted them to be. Now once I have my outline started, to go to the diagram view, all I have to do is click this diagram view button. Now you see I have a version of my outline. It's a little messy. There are two ways that I can change that. With these straight arrows, I can just pull and drag things to where I want them to be, and that works for something that's this small because there's not a lot of information. If you have a very complicated flowchart or a lot of information, that's not going to work so well for you. And really, if you have that much information, it's better to see it in an outline view and not flowchart. The flowcharts can get messy. I've had flowcharts that when you print them out take upwards of 20 pages taped together. So it just depends how you need to see the information and which way is better. Another quick fix is this arrange icon. Arrange allows you to choose between straight links and right arrow links. A lot of times when your diagram is messy, you can just arrange using right angle links and it cleans it up. That's my favorite view. It just makes everything nice. Now I can also click on any of these connectors and it'll have this a little text box come up, so I can type in there what that connector is supposed to mean, types of entities, words like and or requires. For something this small, it's not really necessary, but if you have a larger diagram and you're really trying to show relationships, adding in terms to describe your connectors is really helpful. So that's how I can go from outline to diagram view. Now I want to show you how to create a new diagram from scratch. So if I click diagram, it will automatically come up with a square in the middle, and I can type the same information. If I don't like this box, I just use these functions down here to change colors. I can change the colors of the lines connecting. I can change the colors of the font, however you want to do it. If I don't want boxes and I want pictures, I can go to my toolbox here and look at all the pictures that are available. Now there are tons of pictures and they're all organized by different subject areas, or you could just scroll through and look. But if you know that, for example, you want a picture of the world, you could go to geography, choose world, and choose whichever one you prefer. Now if you have an image, the text is going to appear below it. Now my text is being hidden because it's too big and I've already written it. Okay. Anyhow, you can type whatever you want there. Now anytime you want to create a new box to fill in, all you have to do is click on anywhere in the white space. You'll see this appear. As soon as I start typing, that default box will appear, and I can change that to whatever I want it to be. So if I wanted to connect these two, all I would need to do is click on the first box that I want my link going from, click link, and drag it to where I want it to be. If you don't like where it connects, you can move these arrows around. Sometimes it helps just to move the shape around. So if I click and I have another one, I would just do the same, link to there. Now here I have the straight lines. It's kind of messy. I don't like it. I can do the same thing where I did before and go to arrange, and I can go from straight lines to right angles. Either way, when you use that function, it just sort of cleans everything up. Now I know here that these graphics have nothing to do with the topic, but I just wanted to show you very quickly. And once again, you can add in, you know, whatever text you want on your connector to help you identify what it is. Those text boxes can be moved around, and you can use all the functions here to change the colors of things. So I could change the colors of the line I chose, or I could change the color of the font again. Now this is simple information, so when I click outline, it's going to be pretty much in the same outline. But just to show you an example of how it doesn't always work so well, let me show you something that I created in diagram first. This is my long arm statutes diagram, and you see it looks nice here, everything's organized. I started this off in diagram form. I have graphics that help me remember what, in this case, what these cases are about, what order I need to do things in. But when I go to outline view, things are a little weird. Some of my stuff is larger than others, and some of it's bolded, some of it's not, but you'll see that it's generally in the right order, but it may not be as helpful to look at it that way. So as you can see, when you're putting information into Webspiration, the format that you want to put it in all depends on how you need to learn it and how much the information is. And you can play around with all the different graphics and colors to really create something that's going to help you learn. One last thing I want to show you is how to share. You can click collaborate and invite other people to chat. That function's always on the side too. You can also publish it to a web page. If I click publish to a web page, a URL will come up. I just copy the link, and then I can put it into my tab, and I will see my document, and I can share that with whoever I want to share it with. So these are just some ways that you can use Webspiration.